two, I guess, have talked about white privilege. What do we teach white children about race?
Well, I think what's interesting, Dr. Drew, is we don't just tell our kids that racism exists. I was fortunate. My parents told me that I have privilege because I'm white. So I recognized at a very young age, even if your father is the president of the United States, your son could still be Trayvon Martin today. So I was very, very fortunate. My parents didn't just tell me racism exists or prejudice exists. They said, you have a privilege. You can walk down the street and no taxi cab will pass by you. You can walk down the street and no woman's going to grab their purse out of fear for you. Recognize that. See that. And with that comes responsibility. And when you have that responsibility, when you have that kind of privilege, you have choices to make. And in this situation, I would tell my children, if I had them, or I tell my nephew, who I do have, that the choice you do have to make is to stand up for other people's rights that you take for granted.
Terry, how do you react to that?
What I would tell my kids, and what I do tell my kids, is that no one can hold you back. That's the key. The key is that perceived obstacles are obstacles. But when you realize that, there's a way around everything. I mean, literally, my career has been, I could have been in jail on many different occasions, falsely accused of different things, but I was able to see myself in a different place and get myself out of these situations. You have to be smart. You have to always think and know that you are valuable. You are valuable. And I just think we just need to continue to tell our kids, whatever race they are, that they are valuable and other people are valuable too.
And I think that's what's behind Mike's thing there is to be valuable, but to bring other people.
Bring them with you.
Bring them with you.
You are not above anyone, but you are all super valuable. That's the point.
And Steve, you're the one out there in the trenches educating the kids. How do you respond to this?
It's exposure. When children have access to other people, they can either like or dislike someone based upon who they are. And also as adults, exposure. Actually, Drew, this weekend I was filming and a car full of black cameramen with one white cameraman were pulled over. And afterwards, they just had gone into a bagel shop, and afterwards the white cameraman was just stunned. And I said to him, he said, I just never felt anything like that. And I said, here's the thing, Chief, you get to go home and be white. All of us have to drive home. So that experience that he had changed a way in which he looks at life. And now he can see, unfortunately, that each one of us, including me, all have to drive home. And we have to make it.
But Steve, I think Trayvon is that moment for this country, for everybody. And thank you, Steve. Thank you, Terry. And thank you, Mike, for that comment. I've got